Hey guys, in the last video I showed you how if you don't have Dreamweaver or if you don't want to use the template, how you can just duplicate the page. However, Dreamweaver makes templates and they're pretty awesome. Um, there are a few glitches with them, but I think in CC those glitches have been fixed. What the template allows you to do is to lock down certain areas of your website to where you can only change those areas that you want changed. So for instance, for us, this information inside of a side and the information inside of main is really the only thing that's going to change per page, because we're going to keep our pretty much our header area is going to stay the same, our nav area is going to stay the same, our footer area is going to stay the same. So the only thing that will change on each page is the calendar of events and our information that's inside of our main area. So I went back to I'm working from that layout.html page, and so I want to select the areas that I want to make a template. So right here where it says aside, I'm going to go ahead and format that. So I'm going to highlight the word aside. I'm just going to give it an H2 tag just for the heck of it. And again with main, I'm going to do the same thing, highlight main, and give it an H2 tag just again for the heck of it. Okay, so while having those in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the H2 for aside, right? And I want to make sure, just to make sure, see down here in our tag selector where it says H2, I can click that just to make sure I have only the H2 tag selected, no spaces, and etc. So I have that selected. Now I'm going to go up to, actually let me go ahead and save this before I make it a template, because once you make it a template, that's it. It's going to create a templates folder and everything is going to read from that template as well. So I made sure I have the H2 selected. I'm going to go to insert, and so when I insert, I have to go into a special area for this one. So I'm going to insert, go down to template, and I'm going to make it an editable region, because remember, we're setting up the areas that we're allowing to be edited. Make sure you don't have a side selected. You only want the H2 selected for this. So I'm going to choose editable region. When I do that, this box is gonna come up and it's gonna warn me. It's gonna say, "Hey, Dreamweaver is going to automatically convert this document to a template. Are you sure that's what you want?" I am sure. I'm gonna choose OK. Then it asks me, "Hey, well, what do you want to name this editable region?" So for this one, I'll just put aside info for aside information. Okay. I'm gonna choose OK. And then what's going to happen is we're going to see these comment looking tags that says, hey, this template editable region is about to begin here. The name of it is aside info. And it's going to say, and it's going to end right here after your H2 tag. And we're like, okay, we kind of planned that. So that's what we want. Do not hit save right here. I'll tell you when to hit save. All right. So once we have aside inside of here, and this is looking how we want it to look. I'm going to tighten that up just a bit. Let's make our next editable region. So for this one, we want to get the H2 tags that are around main. I'm going to clean that up just a little bit. I'm going to highlight the H2. Oh, I'm going to hit refresh. Oh, I also want to show you what this looks like inside of Dreamweaver. I'm going to split it. And I'm going to go back to design view. And I'm going to go to look at the design. Okay, so notice we just made this editable region for aside info. Notice aside is here, and notice this little teal box that showed up. That's letting you know, hey, you have a template. So that's what this is telling you. So now we want to go back to our code, and we want to highlight main and H2. And we're going to give that one an editable region as well. So we're going to go to File, Insert. We're going to go to Template, and we're going to go to Editable Region, and it's going to warn us again, hey, you know, Dreamweaver is going to automatically convert this to a template, which is okay. For this one, we're going to say main info, and then we're going to choose OK. Once we do that, it's going to say, hey, template begin editable region right here. Then inside of here, you have your main. And after the H2s, it's going to end. And this is what we want. So at this point, having those two editable regions, we can go up here to File, and we can make sure that we choose Save as Template. So File, Save as Template. Click on that, and then it's going to say SeaLife, which is the name of our site, and we have to tell it, hey, what I want this to save as. So we're going to say SeaLife Temp. And then we choose Save. Once we choose Save, it's going to ask us to update links, and we can say yeah. And what we're going to see, pay attention to your Files panel. I'm going to choose Yes, and you'll see that another folder appears, and it has templates, and the template has SeaLife. You're going to also see that if you did it correctly, another template editable name shows up here. It says Doc Title, and it's showing you the title, SeaLife layout. Title that's an editable region, so it's just going to end there, which is good because we want it to. And then our head area begins and it ends here, and then everything else looks good. So it's telling us it's about to lock down everything. Once you have your template, go ahead and close that one. And then now what we want to do is, at this point, we can create the rest of our pages. We can go to File. Let's go to New. When you go to New, you want to make sure on the side, because this one is different, that you choose Site Templates. Once you choose Site Templates, you should see your template show up in the box, making sure that Update Page when template changes is selected. Choose Create, and now you'll see that everything inside of your document is locked down except for the H2 for Aside, the H2 for Main, and if we go up, the title. So we're able to change our title. So for this one, I kind of created index.html in the last document for those who were creating their pages without using the template. So since I have index.html created, now I can go ahead and maybe name this one, let's say Contact. So I want to change my title to SeaLife Contact. Okay, and then I want to save this one. So I'm going to File, Save As, and I'm going to name it Contact.html, making sure it saves in the proper place. Now, making sure you're paying attention is going to be detrimental to you. Right now, if I were to save this, it's going to save it in the CSS. I want to make sure it saves it directly in the SeaLife local root folder. So making sure that's selected, now I can choose Save, which is down here hiding. And so now I've just saved my contact.html page. If we want to look at it in code view so we can see what it looks like, this is what it looks like. Everything else is locked down. If I try to change anything else, I can try, links. It gives me the no smoking sign, and I can't. And if I try to change my footer, I won't. But the only areas that it lets me play with is main and aside. Now, this is a good thing. This is how you know it is locked down. So now I'm going to go back to my code view, and let's say in aside, I want to say, directory, or maybe leadership directory. And then for main, I want to say contact us. And then maybe I want to put a list in here, maybe. This list will be for people to contact. So let's say I want to say happy. And then I want to say happy at SeaLife.com. And then maybe we have another employee, and I want to say Sherry at SeaLife.com. Maybe we have a Morgan. I don't know where these names are coming from. Just thinking them up. Morgan at SeaLife.com. And then lastly, maybe Jonathan or John, because I don't feel like spelling Jonathan. John at SeaLife.com. Oops. I'm gonna save that just so I can see what it looks like. I'm gonna refresh that. And now when I go to the contact page, look, there's a contact page that appears. As you guys can do that, that part. But what I will do is let's link these emails so they actually go somewhere. Even though these are fictitious addresses, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna highlight this. I usually try to copy it so that it stays in my clipboard. And then I'm gonna go to insert, and there are two ways you can put email addresses in here. We go to insert email link. We click on that and see how it says email link happy at SeaLife.com because I have it highlighted. Email happy at SeaLife.com. When I hit OK, it pretty much made that an email link. So I'm going to do the same thing for Sherry, but for this one, I'm going to copy this because I want to show you the other way that we can do an email link. I'm going to refresh that. I'm going to go down here to link. We can just type in for email, it is just mail to, MAILTO, colon, and then put the email address in there. It's too easy. No space, sorry. Oops. Let me make sure I spell her name right. Sherry. Okay, when I hit save, it gives me the email address for that one. I'll do the same thing for Morgan. Copy that. Just type the words mail to, MAILTO, colon, and voila. And then I'll show you the other way one last time. John at SeaLife.com. Select that. I can go to insert and go to email link and then choose OK. And it's made these links that we're going to have to style, of course. But when I hit refresh, the links are there. The information goes to the default. And I want to get rid of these buttons. These bullets. So, a few things we can do with that. Let's see. We can go to, that's inside of main, right? Main, ULLI, or I can just do it. I don't have to do ULI. I can do LI, UL. Oh, but they are links. Well, no, I'll do main UL, and I'll say list dash style none. Okay, so that got rid of the bullets. And then I want to go after the links that are in the main UL, LI, and their links. So we'll say color, FFF, oops. Save that, refresh that. Note now they have a color that we're happy with. Then I'm gonna say, let's try line height. Let's try 2. Okay, so we gave you some breathing room. Let's see. For the list, we want the color A. We do want the underline. And then maybe as they hover over it, we want the color to change. Maybe to that lime green, which is about to be loud, but let's try it. 66FF00. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. And then maybe for our names, we might want the font size to be 2 M's. We don't, but I still like to test the water. That's quite big. Let's say 0.8 M's. Ooh, quite small. Let's say 1 M. See how 1 looks. 1.5 M. Should be too big, but let's see. 1.3 M, I think should make me happy. Alright. On height of 2. So, in any event, I think we have enough to get you guys started. So, we did our contact page. We did the home page. Of course, you're going to put your own information in there. But I just wanted to show you how to do the email link, how you can do the template if you want, and as well. So now we have a home page that I showed you, a contact page that I showed you. I am confident that you can get all your pages done by class on Saturday. I hope you enjoyed these videos. Tonight I'm pretty tired because I had like a crazy day. So, and plus I was so frustrated by the videos not working in the first place and having to redo these. There is the one that's just before this one, which will not let me save it. That's making me unhappy. So I'm not quite sure if that one's going to come in. See, just so that you see what happens. What I'm hoping happens now is because I'm trying to show you that it doesn't do it. So let's see. Whenever I try to save this one, it says it won't allow it. So I'm even just trying to save it on the desktop because I'm just tired of all the... So I'm going to say 8. Video. See if it lets me. I'm just save. I put it on the desktop. It gets less than 5% and then it tells me it can't do it. And that's how it's been happening. So I'm really hoping to see. This is what I get. The operation could not be completed. That's a video that has about 20 minutes of stuff on it. So I'm really hoping it eventually lets me save it. But it's not. I want to show you. I'm having all type of crazy video problems. But anyway, hopefully this one saves and we'll be good. So I'm going to end this video for now. And I'm done all the videos for this week. So I'll see you guys Saturday in class.